Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some player props I like over on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Thursday, December the 5th. We got an 8-game slate for Thursday, plenty of games today, got some early player props I do like for this slate, taking a first look at the board on Wednesday night. Recording this video the night before, we already have a good amount of props up on Wednesday night, so wanted to go ahead and get a video out. Plus, I'm going to be leaving Thursday morning, going on a little trip, and I'm not going to be back until Monday or until like Sunday afternoon. So this will be the last video I upload until Monday. I'll be back with the Monday Night Football video. I'll have a video for Monday's NBA slate probably. But yeah, gonna have no videos for the next few days. Still wanted to make a video for this slate though, and I already do have a video up for Thursday Night Football. If you guys are gonna be looking for props for that Packers-Lions game, I have a video already up on the channel that you can check out. But yeah, we got an 8-game slate for Thursday, and I'm going to give you guys some props I like. I got 3 early plays I do like over on Prizepicks for this slate. So before we talk through these plays, as always, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they do help you out, make sure to hit that like button down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, be sure to sign up. Use promo code NOAH. When you place your first Prizepicks lineup, you'll get $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account when you sign up and use code NOAH. So again, check out Prizepicks if you guys have not yet. And also, I do want to shout out Sleeper because we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. You guys can sign up for Sleeper. Use promo code NOAH over there. You'll get your first deposit matched up to $1,500. Normally, Sleeper matches your first deposit up to $100, which they still are. You can put in $100. They'll give you an additional $100 to play with. But they are also matching your first deposit up to $1,500. So if you want to make a larger deposit, now's a good time to do so because Sleeper will double your first deposit up to $1,500. You put in $1,500, they'll give you an additional $1,500 to play with. So make sure to go check out Sleeper, guys. And again, sign up, use promo code NOAH so that way you do get that deposit bonus. And for those of you that don't know what Sleeper is, they're a DFS app similar to Prizepicks where you pick more or less on player projections. You build out an entry. You can make up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper, and you can win up to 100x your money. Go check them out. And again, make sure to use that promo code NOAH at sign up. But we got 3 plays for Thursday's NBA slate. Let's break them down. Now, I do want to recap our 2 plays from Wednesday. So Wednesday was a smaller slate. We only had 6 games. I gave out 2 plays Wednesday. We went 1-1, so we split our 2 plays. Did hit LeBron James over 21.5 points. The Lakers got absolutely destroyed Wednesday night, but luckily LeBron was able to still go over his points prop. He had a really big first half and a big first quarter. I want to say he scored 22 points, I think like early in the third quarter. But then we paired that with Trae Young over 36.5 PRA. Trae Young, pretty bad shooting game from him, which is something that happens a lot. Shot 6 for 19 from the field, 0 for 9 from 3. Had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. His assist numbers were way down. Not exactly sure how many potential assists Trae had, but it wasn't a great game from him. Really liked that matchup for him against Milwaukee. Just didn't shoot the ball that well, and that sometimes happens with Trae Young. But I really like that spot. I would bet that prop again. I know some people don't like betting Trae overs, and I get that because he can have games like that Wednesday where he just shoots the ball terribly. But it is what it is. We'll move on to Thursday's slate. Hopefully we can get a win here, hit all 3 of these plays for Thursday. It's been frustrating with the NBA props lately. It feels like every day I'm going 1-1 or 2-1 or 1-2, but just can't get that full sweep, man, for some reason. But hopefully today's the day that we can change that. 3 plays. Let's try and hit all 3 of these plays for Thursday. So first prop we're going to take a look at, guys, for Thursday is going to be a prop on Josh Hart. And I'm liking Josh Hart for less than 18.5 points plus assist. So this season, Josh Hart, he's averaging about, I believe, 13.5 points, I think. 13.7 points, 5.7 assists per game. But he is not a guy that has historically been a big-time scorer. Like he's a very low usage player. Josh Hart's a guy that gets a lot of his production from rebounding, just kind of from doing a little bit of everything. But he's not a volume scorer. You look at this season and you look at his usage rate. He has one of the lowest usage rates on the team, 13.8%. He's not a guy that really, demands a bunch of shot volume. Like he's not a guy that's going to take a ton of shots. Last game against Orlando, in 39 minutes, he only took 6 shot attempts. Against the Pelicans, he played 31 minutes, only had 9 shot attempts. He did just face the Hornets recently, which is what today's matchup is. Had 12 shot attempts, 12 points, and 6 assists. 13 points and 5 assists, so he went under this line. But he has gone under this line now in 4 out of his last 5 games, for what it's worth. Did go over against Orlando, but he also played huge minutes against Orlando, 39 minutes. Now, Josh Hart does play a lot of minutes, and we know Tom Thibodeau is a coach that will play his guys big minutes. But I think this is a spot where their minutes could get cut down a little bit, because this is a game that does have a really big spread. The spread in this game right now is 14.5. The Hornets, I mean, they're injury depleted right now. They don't have LaMelo Ball. You would think this game has a big chance of being a blowout, and in a blowout, we definitely could see Josh Hart's minutes get cut down a little bit. Now, Josh Hart probably would still play like 30, 31 minutes in a blowout, but he's probably not getting 37, 38 minutes if this game is competitive. And I think there's definitely a chance this game won't be competitive, just because I think this is a big-time mismatch. The Hornets are just not that good of a team right now without LaMelo. They're having to go on the road to play in the Garden, which is a tough place to play. So I like this under on Josh Hart, points plus assists. Again, Hart, not a high-usage guy, not a guy that really takes a bunch of shots, not a big-time scorer. He's also not really been doing a ton of facilitating this season. He averages about 9 potential assists per game, and his assist prop is set at 5.5, and I was actually debating taking the under on that as well, 5.5 assists for Hart. But I think I feel better about points plus assists. I think there's definitely a chance that Hart goes under, or it goes over assist, but still goes up under PA. I think actually every game this season where he's gone under assist, he's also gone under PA, and that's mainly just because he's not like a super high volume scorer. Maybe today's the day that Josh Hart goes out there and scores like 16 points and only has 2 or 3 assists and still goes over this PA line. But I think if he goes under assist, he probably goes under PA as well. And I could definitely see a scenario where he gets like 7 or 8 assists but still goes under PA. So I think PA under is what I like the most. And actually, I was looking at sportsbooks, and most sportsbooks have Hart's points plus assist line set at 17.5. Now, it's a little bit juiced toward the over. On DraftKings, I think they had it at like minus 125. Favoring the over on 17.5 points plus assist, but on Prizepicks we're getting the line at 18.5. So I definitely like taking the under on 18.5 points plus assist. If this line does get bumped down to 17.5, I would not like it nearly as much. But at 18.5, I think this line's a little bit inflated. Just again for the blowout risk here, tons of opportunity for this game to just not be competitive and Hart to get his minutes cut down. Plus Hart, again, not a big time scorer, guy that's a low usage player, doesn't take a ton of shots. Also, his assist numbers this season have not been super high. Typically averages about 8 or 9 potential assists per game. More times I would bet on him coming out of games with less than 6 assists, which is kind of why I like his under on 5.5 assists too. But for the sake of this video, we're going to be taking Josh Hart for less than 18.5 points plus assists. Now, the next prop that I like is going to be a prop on Malik Monk. We're also going to take a points plus assist prop here. I like Malik Monk for more than 21.5 points plus assists. So Malik Monk has started to see increased minutes as of late. He's actually played over 34 minutes now in 4 straight games. Malik Monk typically not a guy that plays like 30-plus minutes because he typically comes off the bench. But he's now in the starting lineup. He has now started the last 2 games, and they've already said that Malik Monk is going to be in the starting lineup moving forward. So with Malik Monk in the starting lineup now, we can project him for increased minutes. His last 2 games as a starter, he's played 37 and 35 minutes. And I'm pretty sure last game, I think he got subbed out like a minute or 2 early because it was a blowout. So he's actually on pace to play like 36, 37 minutes last game. I think we probably get 36 to 37 minutes here for Malik Monk. Once again, assuming he avoids foul trouble. This is a game that should be competitive against the Grizzlies. It's a 4.5 point spread. And this is a matchup that sets up really well for Malik Monk. Where the Grizzlies have struggled this season is giving up 3-point attempts, giving up catch and shoot threes. And that's where Malik Monk does a lot of his damage. Malik Monk is not a guy that's going to, he can, create his own shot. He can drive to the basket and score at the rim. But what he really is good at is, doing those dribble handoffs with Sabonis, where Sabonis sets a screen, kicks it out to Monk. Monk shoots a 3. Monk's a really good 3-point shooter. And that's where the Grizzlies have struggled. They're giving up the second most 3-point attempts per game this season. They're giving up the second most 3-point catch and shoot shots. And Malik Monk's a guy that relies heavily on catch and shoot threes. Another prop that I do like on Malik Monk is more than 2.5 3-pointers made, just because he's a guy that shoots a lot of threes. You can see he's been making a lot of threes lately. I think this is a really good matchup for him. But the reason I like points plus assist is because we have seen Malik Monk take on a bigger ball handling role lately since getting inserted into the starting lineup. Over their last 4 games, he's actually led the team in potential assists per game. He's averaging 14.8 potential assists per game over their last 4 games. And over their last 2 games, since he's been in the starting lineup, he is still leading the team with 14.5 potential assists per game. So Malik Monk's been doing a lot of facilitating to go along with the scoring. And I think this is definitely a spot where he should be able to do both. Scoring-wise, this Grizzlies team gives up a lot of threes. They give up a lot of catch-and-shoot shots, and that's what Malik Monk relies heavily on for scoring. And then facilitating-wise, if he continues to average 13, 14 potential assists, I don't know if he'll continue to average that many potential assists, but I think he should probably average about 9 to 10 potential assists per game when he's playing as many minutes as he is right now. You can give me 5 or 6 assists to go along with 15, 16 points. I mean, that should be enough to go over this PA line. So I do like Malik Monk for more than 21.5 points plus assists. And again, I also like him for more than 2.5 3-pointers made. We talked about how good of a matchup this is for 3-point shooters facing Memphis, and obviously Malik Monk is a really good 3-point shooter. So those are 2 props I like on Malik Monk. Going to be taking points plus assists though for this video. And then the third and final prop that I like is on Nikola Vucevic, and I like Nikola Vucevic for more than 33.5 PRA. So this is already kind of a popular pick on Prizepicks. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, when I take a popular pick on Prizepicks, I feel like it never hits. Hopefully that's not the case today. But I like this play a lot on Vooch. I think the reason this play is so popular is because you can look over his last 5 games. He has gone over this line now in 5 straight games. That doesn't really mean too much, but I think it does mean a little bit that Vooch is starting to be more productive. And we saw last game he was really productive in limited minutes against Brooklyn. He didn't play full minutes last game because the game was a blowout. I don't think he got any minutes in the fourth quarter. Only wound up playing 28 minutes for the game. But in competitive games, we can typically expect Vooch to play like 33, 34 minutes. He's averaging 32 minutes per game this season. You look at some of these games lately, he's been losing minutes for blowout. Like he only played 28 minutes against Memphis, still was really productive, had 37 PRA. Only played 28.5 minutes against Memphis or against Washington. Still had 35 PRA. Against Orlando, only played 30 minutes. Still went over this line, even in a tough matchup. Had a really good game against Boston, even in a tough matchup. And then had a good game against Brooklyn in limited minutes, 28 minutes. So he has still been putting up big numbers lately, even playing lesser minutes because a lot of these games lately have been blowouts. Well, this is a spot where we can project Vooch for full minutes. It's a 2.5-point spread against the Spurs. The Spurs are going to be without Victor Wembanyama today. He's already been ruled out for this game. So with Wemby out, I think this matchup gets a lot better for Vooch. The guys they have behind Wemby, Zach Collins, Charles Bassey, they're just not anywhere near the same sort of defender, rim protector that Wemby is. And we've seen now Wemby be out for 3 games. So Wemby has missed 3 games this season. And if you look at what some guys have done against the Spurs in the games that Wemby has missed, so Daniel Gafford was super productive against San Antonio. He had 22 points and 7 rebounds, 1 assist off the bench in only 18 minutes. For the Thunder, they're not a team that, at least then, when they played San Antonio, they don't really have a center. They do have a center now because Isaiah Hartenstein is healthy. But when they played San Antonio back then, they didn't really have a center. So it's hard to look too much into look into San Antonio stats. I mean, technically Jalen Williams was their center back then, and he had 27, 10, and 5. But then San Antonio also faced the Jazz without Wemby, and John Collins had a really big game, 18 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists. So we've seen centers, just big men in general, have success against the Spurs in the games that Wemby has missed this season. Zach Collins, just not a good defender, not anywhere near the same level of defender that Wemby is. So I really like the spot for Vooch. Plus, we've got no Kobe White here, so without Kobe White, I think we can expect Vooch to take on a slightly bigger role offensively because Kobe White last game was replaced in the starting lineup by Julian Phillips. And Julian Phillips is just not anywhere near the same sort of usage guy that Kobe White is. You're taking out Kobe White and replacing him with a low usage player like Phillips. That's just going to force guys like Vooch, Zach LaVine, Josh Giddey to take on bigger roles. And we saw Giddey have a huge game last game. LaVine was pretty good in limited minutes. Vooch was really good in limited minutes. Also, it's worth mentioning that Josh Giddey is questionable today. I assume Josh Giddey plays, but man, if Josh Giddey gets ruled out, if they're without Josh Giddey and Kobe White, they're already without Kobe White because he's already been ruled out. But if they're without Josh Giddey too, then we could see just a really, really big role for Vooch. We could see the offense kind of run through Vooch here. Him and Zach LaVine would have to take on huge offensive responsibilities if there is no Giddey as well. So I think this line on Vooch looks really good at 33.5. This line could look even better if Josh Giddey gets ruled out. Love the matchup here for Vooch with the Spurs missing Wemby. I think it's a really good spot for him to be able to kind of dominate in the paint where he likes to score a lot. I think it's a really good spot for him to dominate on the boards as well. San Antonio hasn't been nearly as good rebounding with Wemby off the floor. So really, really good spot for Vooch. I know he's been rolling lately. I like buying into that, in this spot. I think 33.5 PRA. This line definitely has room to grow if, Josh Giddey does get ruled out here. So that's what we're going to be rolling with, guys, as our 3 props for Thursday. We're going to take Josh Hart for less than 18.5 points plus assists. We're going to take Malik Monk for more than 21.5 points plus assists, and Nikola Vucevic for more than 33.5 PRA. So if you guys are going to be tailing me on these 3 plays, let's try and hit all 3 of these plays for Thursday. Let's make some money on this slate, guys. As always, appreciate you watching these Prizepicks videos. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, and if you don't have a Prizepicks account, sign up, use that promo code NOAH, and when you place your first Prizepicks lineup, you'll get $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account. Go check out Prizepicks if you guys have not yet. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this will be my last video until Monday. I'm going on a little bit of a trip this weekend, leaving Thursday morning. Won't be back until probably Sunday afternoon. So not going to be able to upload while I'm gone, but I'll be back for Monday Night Football. I'll try and make a video for Monday's NBA slate too. But I hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.